Good evening, everyone. Once again, I hope you all had a very good session with Genioso, Paolo, and other speakers. And thanks again for giving me this opportunity to share my learning and experience with my Brazilian friends. So, Genioso has asked me to speak something about quality in project management, quality in program management. For today's session, I try to convert the content in Portuguese because on a day-to-day basis, I used to work with the Brazil team. So I try to convert. Please don't mind or don't refer the Portuguese translation because I'm not expert in that part. So you have both English and Portuguese content. Friends, I would like to start with my professional journey. I will talk about the quality in program management, about my experience and learning working with the Brazil people. And as I know, there are many new professionals who are about to join the industry or who just started the career in the industry. So my suggestions, my tips for all the young people throughout my career, what I have learned. So just want to share with my friends, my brothers from Brazil. Friends, before understanding or before jumping to the today's topic, let me tell you from where I belong. So many of you know India is a country second largest in the population, seventh largest by the volume. But the thing which is really interesting here is we have 28 states and each state is having their own language. So like the way Brazil, you have Portuguese, very few people understand or partially understand English, Spanish. But in India, it's like a large amount of languages. So we have 22 official national languages and around 447 native languages. So, and each state is unique in terms of culture, in terms of their language, their traditions. So I will invite all of you once this COVID is completed, this coronavirus is completed, we will come out from the COVID time. Please do visit India, explore the diversity of the religion, the diversity of the culture. Friends, before I start about my career, my professional journey, let me give a context from where I belong. So the state or the region where I spent my childhood, my initial days, that was completely without electricity. And when I say without electricity means completely zero electricity. That villages, that district or that state was having a huge gap in the electricity production as well as the transmission. And that was something continuously, my generation people was continuously facing that problem. And when I completed my graduation and I got an opportunity to choose a career either in a embedded sector or in a manufacturing unit or in a process unit, or other hand, I got a chance to work with power sector, energy sector. And from that background, I have consciously chosen to work in energy sector. How I can contribute so that this problem of zero electricity, problem of lack of electricity can be addressed. So data which you are able to see on the screen is around 2016 and around 940 million people and that time was not able to access electricity. And from there, I started my journey, my professional career. And initially, I started with the wind energy. So you might have seen many wind turbines in Brazil also. During my several visits, I have seen many big project either under construction or they are generating power. So I started my journey with the wind energy. Later, I worked in solar. I worked in project construction as a site supervisor to execution team, then testing and commissioning of wind turbine, energization of solar plant, different kind of solar tracker, single axis tracker, double axis trackers. And I really enjoyed to, the things which were giving me empowerment, giving me energy was whenever you charge, whenever you commissioned a project and that generates electricity, that gives a very different kind of feeling. Yes, this is something which I have added to my community. I have added to humanity. But again, the challenge was there was a huge, large amount of gap in the transmission sector. So one side we were building renewable energy project, whether it's a wind or solar, but the transmission was a challenge. So my next step or next opportunity which I got was to work with the transmission sector. And here the main catalyst or key changer happened, and I got a chance to work with Brazil team. So from 2018, I'm continuously working with Brazil also, especially for the power transmission line sector. So not only for the India operations, I got a chance to empower, to contribute my skills, my effort to strengthen the transmission sector for Brazil also. And that's the core idea, that's the core concept of my professional journey. This is what my single line statement, bottom line, that reliable power for everyone, and that power should be clean power. It should not be from fossil. It should not impacting the environment. By protecting the environment from a renewable energy sources, a reliable power transmission, and every one of us, irrespective of country, whether it's Africa, Asia, China, wherever I can contribute, I will. And that's the bottom line, or the things which driving me to do a better job every day. Friends, today's topic, what Genioso has requested me to speak about quality. And being a quality professional, this is something very difficult for me to define. So many people define quality in a very different way. And when I was preparing the presentation for this session, I thought how to define the quality in a very simplified way, so that the English or the language should not be a barrier or constraint. The participants from Brazil should not get confused to understand the definition. And this is how I defined that quality means doing first time right. I don't know whether the Portuguese version is correct or not. Genius or Bruno, you can help here. But quality means...
It's right.
Yeah.
It's right.
So quality means doing things first time right. And here again a twist, or the most important thing is it should not be done by an individual person, a single person. It should be done by each and everyone in the organization. And again, the organization can be a construction sector, it can be energy sector, or any kind of manufacturing unit, even an institution, an education institution. There also, if you want to achieve the quality, if you want to establish the quality, everyone has to contribute to doing things first time right. And not only one time, you have constantly, continuously demonstrate that every time. First time right by everyone and every time. If we can able to do that in our job, Let me give a very simple example. My friends Paolo Genioso must have explained about the different stages of program management, project management. They talk about the Six Sigma, they talk about the agility, about the lean processes. You take a single process where you are contributing, and in that process, if you can do your job as per your defined scope, as per your defined SOPs, and you can constantly demonstrate that, I mean, this is something which really can define a quality. And quality brings brand values. When you constantly deliver the same project, same product with the minimum deviation, minimum variations, this is what customer requires. And again, customer is not always who is paying you. Customer can be internal. Customer can be your end user. So in energy sector, my customer is humanity. Everyone who can get a reliable power from my efforts, those are my customers. So keep in your mind your end customer, your internal customer, when you are dealing with the quality. We have expert today's like Genioso and other people who are subject matter expert on program management, on project management. If I talk about project management or program management, the concept of quality is completely integrated. How? It starts with the right initialization. Whenever we start any construction, whenever we start any project or product, our contractual requirement, our contract document should be very simple, should be very strong, should be very firm. Our planning phase, when we lay out the entire project, keeping in mind the optimization, keeping in mind the timelines, and if we can do a first time right planning, if you can assess the risk of project, we perform a perfect risk assessment and do a right planning, then meeting all the executional requirement with the defined SOPs, when we monitor and highlight all the constraints, all the non-conformities at very initial stage with the right stakeholders, and when we can close a project with meeting the timelines, deadlines, the financial aspect, we can automatically we can achieve the quality. Automatically we can deliver a high quality product or project. Friends, point which I want to emphasize here, it does not matter much in which phase you are working. You might be working in educational phase, you might be a planner, project planner, or you might be a document controller. You should do your job. You should know your job, and you should do your job with the right output, with the defined guidelines. And when you can contribute your small portion in the project, and when, as we discuss here, when every one of us do that job, and every time, this quality will be automatically happen. Now, what is next level? I'm doing my job, my project manager is doing my job, my client is doing his job. But how we can achieve the excellence? If anyone, Bruno or Genioso, you can explain the participants about the excellence, how you define excellence in Portuguese. So,
Excellence in Portuguese.
como é que a gente poderia definir excelência em português, né? É o que ele está pedindo, né?
Sim.
So I'm a good translator these days, I think. Right.
Excellent is doing right and the best way. Is it right?
Yes. So excellence means I have achieved something, I'm doing something, I'm meeting the requirement. But this word excel means going beyond that. My customer asks that I should get minimum 5 hours electricity in a day. And that is the bottom line, that is the requirement. 5 hours in a day. But if I can provide 24 hours power without any interruption, that is something going beyond the expectation. This is what we learn. This is what we talk about quality excellence. And I'm going to explain an organization. And this is very important for all the young people, all the young professionals who are going to start their career or who are at very initial stage of their career, to understand this concept of excellence. This is my personal belief as a quality professionals, that you can't achieve the project timelines, you can't achieve excellence in project, or you can't you can't do a lean project or Six Sigma project without excellence. What does it mean by excellence? Excellence is a team effort. It's not an individual effort. And it starts with the leadership. Leadership who provides the direction. Leadership who provides the purpose, what we are going to do. Leadership provide all the resources, all the support to do a project, to do a manufacturing, or to run a business. So role of leadership, role of leaders in any organization is really important to drive the excellence. You might have known top-down and bottom-up approach. In excellence, both works parallel. Second important and key element is about the process approach. In project, and many times we focus on the output and result. Okay, I have to construct a substation and my work is completed. And I will do the way I want to do. Some other people will do the way they want to do, or what kind of experience they have. But friends, to produce the repeated output with the high quality, to achieve the excellence in the quality product, the approach should be process driven. Process driven means we should identify the risk at initial stage. We should define a very robust, very strong, but meanwhile very simple processes. And we should adhere those processes. We should follow those processes. Third is about the partnership. You can't do anything alone in this world. An organization or company don't have all the resources in-house. We have to depend, we have to work with our partners. So their evaluation, their onboarding, and their continuous performance should be monitored. Role of partner is really, really important, very important role. Next, about when we have leadership commitment, when we have the processes at place, when our partners are onboarded, next step is recognize, empower, and improve the skills of workmanship continuously. Recognition plays a very important role. And third is when we achieve something, sustain that performance. Don't jump to the next level. Sustain that performance, don't go down. And then create new opportunities to improve the quality, to improve the timeline, to improve overall project. Last but not the least, and this is very important, is today's scenario. In current world where we are living, everything is digitalized. Many people says that data is the new currency. If you have the right data, you can take right decisions. And this digitalization is really helping all the leadership of any organization to take timely and right decisions. Friends, any kind of model, you will, the way you will grow in your professional journey, you will come across the Six Sigma project, lean project, you will go to massive construction, a different kind of project planning. My personal experience, if you adopt and play your role in this quality excellence framework, quality excellence guideline, and adopt as a leader how I can contribute to purpose and direction. I should be a process driven person rather than ad hoc basis, rather than situation basis. It should be process driven. And process doesn't mean that you should not be agile. You can continuously change through continual improvement, but that again should be a process approach, should not be a personal driven. And learn new technologies. I'm giving presentation in Microsoft PowerPoint. But these days people are learning Power BI. I recently completed a certification from Microsoft on Power BI. If you see, the data visualization can happen in Power BI about your waterfall chart, about your timelines. Simultaneously, at a single slide, you can visualize so much data, which is not possible in PowerPoint or older tool. So continuously learn about the technology, focus on data. So this is what I want to share about the quality part. What I have learned while working with the Brazil team, while working with my Brazilian friends, and this is applicable to any of you. Whenever you work with a new country, especially country belonging from Europe or Africa or the Asia, the collaboration is really important. Collaboration means what? Collaboration means respect the process, respect the contract, respect the culture, the differences we have, and most important, do effective communication. Effective communication means language should not be a barrier. Each country is having different kind of symbols, smileys, and their meanings are different. Many symbols or many smileys or many words which we use in India or Asian context might be not suitable in Brazil. So whenever you work with a cross-country project, do focus, do a simple and effective communication. And for me personally, these four really helped me while working with Brazil. We respected the process, we respected the contract, culture, and we used to do effective communication. Last but not the least, just a few suggestions to all my friends who are watching this session, especially the young people. And this is not about the technical aspect of project or quality, but the soft aspect. Friends, health is the real wealth. So focus on that part. Take care of yourself, your family. Do regular exercise. Be here now. And I don't know whether I converted or translated properly in Portuguese, but what I want to say here, be here now is very, very important. If you are attending the session with me, your mind should not be somewhere else. If you are in your office or at your project site, your mind should be there. And when you are with your family, with your wife or girlfriend or your children's, your mind should be there. While sitting with wife and having beer, you should not think about, oh, that transformer is still not reached at the site. Or while you are sitting in office and having discussion on project planning, you should not think that what gift I should plan for my wife. So what work you are doing, be there. Before doing anything, this is again very important. Before doing anything, ask why yourself, why I'm doing that. Find the purpose. And this will help you to address many questions. Don't just say because Genioso invited me and I joined. No, I ask myself, why should I attend that? Why should I share my experience? Why should I interact with my Brazil family? Ask yourself before doing anything. Ask yourself before choosing any career. You join, then you feel this is not suitable for me. Then you leave, then you join again, new one. This is my personal suggestion or my personal experience that gaining experience, getting experience which is very, very important. Then getting any kind of CEO award or Golden Peacock award or Best Project Manager award. Awards are important, but getting that experience is very, very important. I just want to share with the way me and Genioso work in a very short time period. And for me, that experience was really, really important. That was really, really good. Why? Because I came to know that how people, especially from Brazil, thinks about a project. And that was very different the way I used to think about the project. Their commitment, their engagement level is something different. And to learn those things from each other, from each other's experience, that is really, really important. So friends, whenever you get a chance to do something new in your life, please do. The next suggestion I got from my first manager, who was my first manager. And when I started my career, I was like a short-tempered. I don't know in Portuguese how to say short-tempered, but my blood was used to get boiled very soon. Genioso, can you translate short-tempered? I mean, angry person who get quickly angry.
Could you speak
You
again?
can-
Short?
You can
Short.
repeat? Sure.
Short-tempered means who get angry very quickly.
É alguma coisa como ser muito agressivo, responder muito rápido. É short term,
É o
né?
ser reativo.
Ah,
É o
short
ser
term,
reativo.
yes.
Okay.
It's reactive. Reactive.
Yes. So don't be reactive. Your emotions, your response should be in your hand. So whenever in your life or whenever in your professional journey, your project manager or your CEO or your boss is putting pressure on you and you are getting short-tempered, don't give reaction, give a response. That is very, very important. Please keep in your mind, practice that. And last but not the least, most important, improve your skills every day. Otherwise, you will be obsolete from the market. You all know that Microsoft Windows 90 and something like that. Now nobody use those kind of system. People are using smartphones. Nobody's using that keypad, that quadri button keypads. Improve yourself. Continuously learn new skills which can help you to grow in your career personally and professionally. So this is what from my side, friends. Once again, I will invite all of you after this COVID and pandemic over, do visit India. It's a very beautiful country, and you will find snow, you will find worlds of wonder, you will find tradition, your coastal region, the way you have beaches in Rio, we have Goa, I mean, the forts, bullet train. So there are many things to explore. So invite all of you, do visit India. Let me know if you need any help.